Welcome, everyone, to Piscini Stadium in Franklin, Massachusetts on Thursday, August 31st for Sports View's award-winning production of Holliston Panther Football 2023. It's found only on HCAT TV. Today, it's a battle between the Panthers as Holliston takes on Franklin in the 14th annual Joey Larracey Bowl. My name is Carlos Canto, and alongside me is my co-host, the legend, Jay Wyman. Jay, the canvas is blank as we're ready to kick off another thrilling season of Panther football. What can we expect to see today in this exciting preseason matchup?
Well, I think we're going to see some little bit different offense for Holliston this year. We talked to the coaches last year, and Coach Kiley talked about maybe having a couple new types of packages and everything. They're going from a very pass-heavy team last year. I mean, they set all kinds of passing records last year with T.J. Kiley, a quarterback, and Dennison and Brady Sweeney. But they also have this year, they got the Devin Harding back. He's one of the captains this year. So they may be a little bit run-heavy. I think we might be seeing, we're not quite sure yet who's going to start, but Kawhi Lima may be starting at quarterback, and if they do, he's in there for his speed. I saw the passing camps this year, the passing league this year, and Holliston looked really good. They have a lot of speed. The coaches talked about that. But they also had a good turnout in the weight program. So it looks to me like they have maybe – I might be wrong about this. It looks like they have a little more size than sometimes the Holliston teams have, you know. So we'll see about that. But I'm looking for a good game. This is kind of – sometimes it's kind of scrimmages, but they're really trying to play the full game the way they would normally play it.
Captains are meeting in midfield for the opening coin toss. Try to give you your captains – once we get a view. Number 45.
They've changed all the numbers.
Yeah.
So
number 45 is Chris Pacheco. Number 59.
Well, the captains are Jack Schmeling and Devin Harding and Dave Villa.
Yeah, and for the purposes of this game, we'll kind of only announce the names if we have the number, right? Because a lot of these numbers will...
The numbers have all changed. They do that to us
will
on
not
every
apply
year.
to today's game. And we'll be right back after the national anthem. Season, including an undefeated Tri-Valley League championship. Coach Todd Kiley is in his 21st season as head coach of the Panthers with a record of 167 wins, 54 losses. On the other side of the field, Franklin last year was 7-3 overall, 4-1 in the Kelly Rex division of the Hockomock League. Head coach Ian Bain is in his 8th season at the helm, carrying an overall record of 39-33 heading into today.
Bain's a good coach, you know. He gets those numbers. You look across that field, he's really gotten the numbers up here in Franklin, and he's been very, very successful. Very, very good coach.
Holliston will receive the opening kickoff in this first quarter.
Now, this is kind of a scrimmage, so I'm not sure if this will be run back. In the past, they don't run the kickoff back, but we'll see how it works out here.
Toe meets leather and underway in the Larracey Bowl. Number 23, Connor Teague, receives the opening kickoff. Fair catches it, and we are underway.
Yeah, Connor Teague, tell you a story about him. He's coach. I was talking to coaches over at Ashland, and they said that he's the best. He might be the best athlete in the entire school. Very fast. You're going to see him get used a lot this year. Some of the passing league, he gets out in front. He gets ahead of somebody, and they don't catch him. He's a very, very athletic kid.
And number 21, Kawhi Lima, brings out the offense at quarterback. Will take those first snaps. Is in the pistol formation on first down. It's a quick pass to the flat. Connor Teague is the receiver. Immediately tackled for little to no gain. They'll bring up second down.
Well, as I said, one of the things we're going to look for today is, so I don't know how much Coach Kiley's going to show today, because obviously the season really doesn't start until next week against Foxborough. But this is a great opportunity for Holliston to really play a really, really tough team.
It's a loss of 13, so it makes it 2nd and 13 from the 27-yard line. And it takes a snap, fakes the handoff, and just keeps it. Gets tackled immediately.
Well, Qua's back there. Lima's back there. He's got a lot of speed. A very, very good athlete. And I think what Holliston wants to do is use that speed in the run game.
It's another loss in the play. Ball is spotted around the 25-yard line of Holliston. It'll be 3rd and 15. See what Coach Todd Kiley dials up here in the first third down of the season.
Wind's kind of blowing in Lima's face here.
Number 15, Devin Harding in the backfield. It's a quick pass to Teague, who shakes a tackle, and I think he has the first down and more. Takes the ball all the way to midfield.
He does have the first down, and that's what I'm talking about. They're going to use Teague a lot. Great speed, great athleticism.
Yeah, you saw some of that there on that little swing pass there.
And what he did, he got that second gear, Los. He gets up there and he starts fast, and then boom, he really takes off. And that's what they're going to count on this year.
Third down conversion brings the ball right to midfield, where the Panthers will have a 1st and 10. Number 10, Aiden Ibsen lines up wide to the left. Kylie Vargas to the right. And it's Devin Harding up the middle. Gets tackled by 2 or 3 Franklin Panthers, but after he picks up a good 6 or 7 yards.
Well, I mentioned last year, they had a lot of teams have triplets, like the old Cowboys had the triplets back there, and these guys last year they had a quadruplet because they had Dennison and Sweeney along with Harding and TJ Kiley. Harding is the one that came back. He's a great runner. He's going to break some records for Holliston this year if all goes on schedule.
Play is actually good for 9 yards, brings up a short 2nd and 1.
Anything in the book can be used here, 2nd and short. Oh, boy, lucky.
Yeah, and I think Holliston, or Franklin, I'm sorry, caught a break here. I thought I saw movement on the Holliston line there. I should have been flagged dead, but it is not. Instead, we have a loss of a good 16, 17 yards, bring up a very long 3rd down.
Well, those are the types of things you want to get out in these games. I didn't go to the Natick scrimmage, Los, but I heard that defensively they did very, very well, and I heard they shut out Natick, and they, of course, it's a scrimmage, so it's tough to tell who's playing against who. But the offense scored a few touchdowns. 3rd and very long. It's a little screen pass to Harding.
gets about 10 yards, but is well short of the first down. It'll bring up the first possible punting situation of the game, but we'll see what Coach Tad Kiley does here.
Yeah,
and he will punt.
Yeah. Now, you get in the game against Ashland or Hopkinton or one of those teams, he's going for it here, right?
Yeah, anything on the plus side of the field, Kiley will go for it usually on fourth down.
He does.
Connor Teague is the punter in the backfield. Gets off a very high punt. This is a good kick. Gets a good Holliston bounce, so that's going to go inside the 10 maybe. Right around the 10-yard line. I think it's just inside the 10 where the Panthers will down it.
Well, two things. I told you he's a great athlete. He was a soccer player up until last year.
You can see that, yeah.
Yeah, he good foot. And the other thing I want to tell you about that kick, it's right into the wind. That went up there, and that really took off. I mean, this kid, they got him playing everywhere, and big addition to the ball club.
It's a regular Gil Thorpe.
Yeah.
We'll see the first look at this Holliston Panthers defense. Quarterback for Franklin is number 11, Kyle Batla. Excuse me, number 16, Jermaine Fletcher.
Holliston right to the ball. They really attacked. They only picked up maybe a yard there. This year on defense, Coach Joe Santos is the head defensive coordinator this year. Paul Athey's going to help him out a little bit as he has been over the past, but Paul's also going to be able to watch his son Zach play down at Stonehill.
It's a good defensive play on first down, brings up 2nd and 9. It's a handoff.
Oh!
Number 5, Quinn Hart.
3rd and 3.
Excuse me, 3rd and 3. It's a quick pass from Fletcher, but doesn't go anywhere. There's a flag on the play on that far sideline, right where the pass landed.
Yeah, this may be holding.
It's pass interference on Holliston, so it'll be it'll be 10 yards, but it will be a first down.
Oh, we got a minute. This is the 14th, right? 14th annual Larracey Bowl. In honor of Joe Larracey, who passed away playing football, and also Timmy O'Connell. Young Timmy, who also passed away same year.
It's 1st and 10 from the Franklin 42-yard line. Quick pass from Fletcher.
Yeah, it didn't. Whoa. He got outside. I thought they had him corralled.
Receiver number 13, Jackson Irvin, does a good job to break a tackle and gain a few more yards, but it's still going to be a loss on the play. Loss of about 1.
One of the things I noticed in the Ashland passing league and I talked to Coach Santos about this last night, was that I see a couple of the kids are starting to press. The corners are starting to press. And I really like that because what that does is it allows their defensive end, they got 2 really good defensive ends and really good front 7, to get in there and maybe take some cracks at the quarterback. Oh, nice job.
It's a handoff to Hart, but he is devoured in the backfield.
59. I don't know if you have that. That may be Dave Villa. It kind of looked like him.
I have Andrew Raffo on my roster, but it could be.
Okay.
I did see him out there with the captain, so it's a good chance that is David Villa.
3rd and long.
3rd and 11 from just beyond the Franklin 40. Another quick pass. This one is complete to Irwin. Tackles by number 27, Eben Salem.
It's funny, the quarterback seems to be his form is kind of funny. I don't know if I've seen him do it a couple times now. He kind of comes up and
very arcing
overhand
throw,
But he got the job done there.
Yeah, Franklin will have 1st and 10 from the Holliston 46. It's a little rollout pass. It's dumped to number 1, Charlie Cormalager.
I think he stepped out, yeah.
Who steps out at the 22. But it will be good for a 1st down for Franklin.
4:28 left to go in the first quarter. No score. Franklin on the march.
Holliston's been getting some good penetration on that line, but just haven't been able to stop anything on the outside so far.
Yeah, this is a good team. I'm not sure if they'll be facing many teams with the speed that Franklin seems to show here.
1st and 10 from the 22. Fletcher alone in the backfield. Another quick pass to Cormier-Lager. Number 1. Very short gain. Good for maybe 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8.
You know, normally they teach a quarterback to throw like a catcher throw, right behind the ear. But this guy, he doesn't seem to be bringing the ball back that far. Maybe it's a way he throws a shorter pass more quickly. Maybe without taking a full windup.
It's another quick dump.
Oh, that's a really, really well set up screen pass.
That's Quinn Hart again. That offensive line doing a good job of giving him space to run with. And that'll be another 1st down for Franklin.
Boy, that was really executed. You want to see a screen pass. That's how to do it. Let the guy come in, give him a little bump, and get the ball to the running back behind about 4 guys.
Just a bit more than 1st and goal. I think they can get a 1st down here. It's Hart on the carry. He's devoured just after a little gain of 1 or 2.
Good job of containing there on that end by Holliston.
That's Salem again on the tackle. 2nd and 9 from inside the 10-yard line. Breeze is starting to pick up.
Ooh, they almost got him.
That is a flag that's thrown, but it's going to be a tough call if that's pass interference on Holliston. Looks like the Franklin receiver slipped there.
Pushed him? Who pushed who, though? That's the question. It looks like it's going against Holliston.
Yeah, they're walking it off Holliston, so walking it off against Holliston, so it'll essentially be 1st and goal.
You want to get rid of all your flags tonight. You want to get rid of all your turnovers tonight. You know, Holliston already had almost 1 turnover and a few flags here. You know, but there's got to be some nerves too going on here tonight for all these kids. It's everyone's first game.
Absolutely.
Even though it doesn't count in the standings, believe me, as far as these 2 teams are concerned, it counts.
Wind really picking up here. You can see the American flag in the background really waving there.
2:40 left to go in the first quarter. No score.
1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
Intercepted?
That is intercepted. It's number 34, Austin Rodenheiser, with the first turnover of this game. And at a perfect time for this Holliston defense.
I'll tell you, it's. I know I keep going back to this, but the way he throws that ball, I'm not sure that his hands are big enough either, because that's the second time I've seen it kind of slip out of his hands.
It's just a very long motion, Jay. Very long. Takes a long time to get that ball out of his hand. And you see what happened there. It allowed the Holliston defender to just read it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, I don't know, a herky-jerky type of emotion, and he stops as he's releasing it, and the ball slipped out there and was able to get intercepted.
So they're going to bring that ball out to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's that defense.
Yep.
They've been talking about that defense this year, and that's what we like to see.
We're going to get our first look at Landon Beecher at quarterback. In that pistol position, it's a handoff to Devin Harding. Flags on the play. This will probably be coming back.
Well, I saw in the passing league again this year, Lima has the speed to the outside, but Landon Beecher has the arm. You know, we've seen Landon since he was a freshman, and he has the arm. Of course, he's going right into the wind now for the next 2.5 minutes. But he does have a pretty strong arm, and he's pretty accurate from what I saw this year. So be interesting to see how they use these two quarterbacks this year.
Penalty brings the ball all the way back to, it's hard to see because the numbers are being covered up here, but I think it's around the 15-yard line. Landon Beecher takes the handoff, or excuse me, takes the pass, the snap. It's a quick pass.
That was a nice pass. That was set up well. Beecher hit him right where he should have hit him, and just happened to get away a little bit. Who was number 5?
That was Blake Harper.
Well, that was Blake. You know, it's interesting. Blake, I think, from what I remember from last year, it looks like he's gotten taller. I think he's a little bit faster, too. I expect a lot out of him this year, you know, because especially if they're going to go to a shorter passing game, having those tight ends makes a big, big difference for the quarterback.
Absolutely. 2nd and 15, handoff. It's not a handoff. Beecher keeps it and passes it to Harper. Completion is good for 12 yards.
See, and that's what Landon can do. You know, when he can get outside, he can throw the ball. You saw it was a nice tight spiral and hits his receiver very well. And Blake was able to take that one and get the third down.
Yep.
By the way, Blake Harper, that's a football name, right? You got to be
Definitely.
Blake. I mean, you got to be a tight end or something if your name's Blake.
3rd and 4 for Holliston. Beecher in the pistol position. This time it is a handoff to Harding, but he is gobbled up in the backfield. Number 9, who is not on the Franklin roster, comes up with a big tackle.
Oh, so they cheated. They brought someone in that's not even on the roster, and that's how he tackled him? What you're saying? You know, you watch the offensive line here for Holliston, and one of the things that I kind of see developing a little bit, especially against aggressive teams like Franklin, is you're going to have a lot of quick openers and really plays that develop really, really quickly. You can't take a lot of time for that.
4th down brings up a punting situation for Connor Teague.
Boy,
Another very high punt. Sometimes when you get that punt with that really long hang time, it gives that receiver time to think about it.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to do when you're like catching a fly ball. You don't want to have to think about it.
Right.
Just go in the mitt.
It also gives you a chance to hear those footsteps, too.
Yeah. 51 seconds left to go in this first quarter.
Ball is spotted at the 45-yard line of Franklin, where they will set up shop.
Oh, this defense gets back on the field again.
Number 16, Jermaine Fletch is again the quarterback in the backfield. Alongside Quinn Hart, who had a good first quarter. He gets the handoff.
Boy, they're
Eludes
close.
The first tackler, but doesn't elude the second.
They're closing really nice. What Holliston is really, so far tonight, they've not let the runner go outside. They've done a really nice job, and they're coming up and they're closing quickly and turning that runner in where the rest of the help, that front 7, is able to put him away.
That was number 45, Chris Pacheco, on the tackle.
Well, C.J. Pacheco, you know, we're going to see a lot of him, and he's got that famous spin move that I like as a defensive end. He gets in and gets a lot of sacks.
Second and 7 for Franklin from the 47-yard line.
There you go.
It's a handoff to the left side, but there's nothing there. Number Number 33, Lucas Badenkoff on the tackle.
Lucas, another one, he's a junior. He was a sophomore last year. He did a really good job defensively. That's the end of the first quarter, no score.
And we'll be right back after this quick break. Welcome back as Franklin sets up for their first play of the second quarter. Ball is spotted right at midfield. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for Franklin.
It's a big third down here for this defense.
Fletcher and Hart in the backfield for Franklin.
There's a blitz.
Drop back pass. It's caught by Hart. Gets enough for the first down before he's tackled by a host of Panthers.
Well, what helped there was the Franklin offensive line did a very nice job picking up the blitz. Give the quarterback time to hit Hart for first down.
Conversion puts the ball at the Holliston 41-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Franklin. Fletcher from the pistol. Roll out and pass. It's caught by number 1, Charlie Cormier-Lager. It's good for another first down. Franklin continues to move those chains.
Well, he's playing. Fletcher, the quarterback, is he's playing really, really well. I mean, he had the one interception, and again, the way he throws the ball, but he just escaped there. I mean, Holliston almost had a sack, but he was able to get the ball away. A nice pass, hit his receiver, and get a big first down.
Should note, I'm not sure if that is actually Jermaine Fletcher.
Yeah,
that's just the 16 that we have on our roster.
Yeah, we don't know.
I think both teams are playing around with numbers today.
Yeah.
I mean, our roster for Franklin says Jermaine Fletcher is a 205, 6'0" middle linebacker. Probably not the 16 that's on the field right now.
No, it doesn't look it. Either way, the quarterback threw a nice ball there. 2nd and, what, about 11?
Ooh. Just out of the reach of the tight end.
Nice takedown there by Holliston, whoever number 26 is for Holliston.
It's Max Morrow, sophomore. One of the great things about these preseason games, it gives the younger kids a lot of opportunity to get some playing time.
And it's not just playing time, too. A lot of time it's good to play with that first team, and instead of so you get an idea of how well you can play when you're in with all the other varsity players.
It's a big 3rd and 11 here for Franklin. Another quick pass to the outside.
Oh, great run.
Oh, wow, and that's a touchdown by Franklin. It's just an amazing pitch and catch from Franklin. Number 1, Charlie Cormier-Lager. Caught the pass in the flat, made a couple of Holliston defenders miss, took it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, that was a nice run, nice catch, nice run, and nice throw there by Franklin.
Franklin will set up for the PAT.
That's the other thing, too. We don't know. A lot of times it's like in an exhibition game in any sport where people may be trying different people in different places. They may be trying different schemes. So you really don't know if these are the types of things you're going to see in the regular season.
Wow, and that was a mishandled snap that the holder was able to correct. And Franklin's able to convert the PAT. So it's so with the score 7-0, 10-12 to go, Panthers are looking up at the scoreboard.
Holliston, talk for a minute what they got opening up next week. I think it's a 7 o'clock game at home on Friday night. Yes, it is against Foxborough. Foxborough, they beat Foxborough last year 33-7, but Foxborough started out very inexperienced last year, and we know Jack Martinelli. I mean, he's from Holliston, obviously. His son Brian was a great running back for Holliston, and Jack really likes to have veterans playing for him, and so his team gained a lot of experience. They really started playing well at the end of last season, so they're going to be out to look for a little vengeance on Holliston. So that should be a really good game next week. So if you can make it, come on down to Comedian Field. If not, we'll be doing it live.
Kylie Vargas and Connor Teague are back deep. It's Teague that's going to take this kickoff. It's going to be ruled dead as soon as he catches it, though, because of the scrimmage rules. And Holliston will take over for their first possession of the second quarter. Let's talk a little bit about Franklin. They had a pretty good year last year. They were 7-3, but they were actually 4-0 on the road. And they had a huge win in early September against Brockton. That was a 37-7 win. And then they closed out their season with a thrilling 29-28 win on Thanksgiving against their next town over rival, King Philip Regional.
Yeah, King Philip's always has strong teams, and that's always a good Thanksgiving take.
1st and 10 for Holliston from the 30-yard line. Rollout pass for Lima. It's dropped.
So we are seeing the tight end being used a lot. Again, that was thrown to Blake, and that's good. I like to see that. Last year, I like it when Owen McCarron was the tight end. I kind of wish they had used him a little more. Of course, what do I know? They had a great passing offense on their own, but I like that when you can start use a tight end a little bit more.
The incompletion that brings up 2nd and 10 from the 30. Devin Harding in the backfield. Connor Teague is tight to the right. It's a handoff to Harding. He's going to try to break a tackle. Breaks a couple, but he is stopped after a gain of maybe 1 or 2 yards. Actually, it's going to be a pretty good gain, more like 3 or 4. But it will bring up a 3rd down. Should note the weather today. It's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, my God, yeah.
71 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. It is a little breezy, but
it's just perfect.
Just a perfect late summer evening for football.
Tomorrow, September 1st. Can't wait.
I wish my mother a happy birthday. It's her birthday tomorrow.
That's right.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Is she watching from Portugal or no?
That's right. She's a subscriber to the YouTube channel.
Oh, there you go.
Blake Harper with the reception. Takes it all the way down to the 50-yard line before he's tackled. It's a big 3rd down conversion for the Holliston Panthers. Kawhi Lima to Blake Harper.
Nicely played. Well, Blake's getting his share of pass attempts today so far. Clock running, 8:50 left to go in the half. I like the early starts, too. I really kind of wish that high school football would all start at 6 o'clock. There must be some reason why not, but I don't know. We do have a couple more 6 o'clock and some 6:30 games. We'll get into that maybe a little bit later today.
Well, when you don't have anything to do like you,
yeah,
every time really works.
Yeah, well, like me, yeah.
It's a keeper by Lima. He's going to take it to the outside, going to look for some space, stretches out the ball. Might have a 1st down, but he might be a little short.
And that's what you got to prepare for. You got to prepare for, Kawhi's got that great speed. He's going to get to the outside, and then you bring in the other quarterback, Lyndon Beecher, who can throw the ball very well. And, it's hard. You've played this game and at the high school level, and you got to prepare when you're looking. Who do you prepare for? You got to prepare for both, and that takes you away from a little bit of your preparation time.
Yeah, never underestimate the change of pace.
Yep.
Whether it's a fastball to a changeup or
that's it.
Or a big bruising running back to a
scat back.
To a scat back, yeah.
There you
it's
go.
A handoff to Harding up the middle.
That's the Devin Harding.
Good push by that offensive line. Is able to get a good 7 or 8 yards.
That's what we talked about a little bit earlier, Carlos, is that they have it's got to be quick. It's got to be a quick opener. These kids are really, really good technique-wise. The Holliston offensive line are always very, very good technique-wise. But sometimes, the weight from the other team or the strength of the other team doesn't allow you to keep the hole open that long. So you have that quick opener. You get a kid like Devin Harding going through that hole, you're going to make a lot of yardage.
He's just so shifty. He can really make a lot out of a little. Another keeper by Kawhi. This time he's tackled after a minimal gain to the outside.
I don't know if he might have got did he get the first?
I think he's going to be just short.
Yeah, it's going to be short.
Maybe half a foot. Again, everything's in the playbook here because Kylie's going to go for it on fourth down.
Absolutely. And what happens is you get that speed, and he stretches the field, and that's going to open up some spaces. Now, I think as he gets a little bit more used to being a runner, and either go to war here, if Holliston does.
See our first look at the War offense.
Oh, great run by Harding.
Harding's going to take it all the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And again, the War offense again is based on those quick openers, the running backs hitting the holes very, very quickly. And that's what allowed Harding, and everyone knows what a great running back Devin Harding is. He was able to take it and finish that drive off with 7:03 left to go in the half.
Yeah, senior quarterback Joey Tomaselli running the War offense there. The handoff to Devin Harding. Scoots right into the end zone. Connor Teague will attempt the PAT.
Wow.
And it's good.
Jeez.
And with 7:03 to go in the second quarter, Panthers have tied up this game 7-7.
Well, I guess he was a soccer superstar. Boy, oh boy, what a kick that was. It's interesting, too, because McElligott was a really good kicker last year for Holliston. That was a nice drive by the Panthers.
Really good to see Holliston respond after that. Really just, perfect drive from Franklin. They just moved down the field kind of effortlessly. So to see this offense come back and punch it right into the end zone was great.
Yeah, and again, I want to talk for a minute about the beginning schedule here. Coach Kiley starts out with Franklin, right? Then they go to Foxborough. I mean, they have Foxborough coming to Holliston. Then they got Middleborough, who also had a great season last year. Then they got Milton, who was a Division III, played the Division III Super Bowl. No, and then they got Grafton, who played in the Division IV Super Bowl. So it's a very, very, very tough schedule. There's not like last year. At least they had Medway kind of in there, but it's very tough. But you know what? That's what Coach Kiley likes, because he knows that once you've played against teams like this, when you get in the playoffs, you're not going to be, afraid of anybody. You're going to be able to play well, and your kids are going to develop, and it's that old iron sharpens iron situation.
Connor Teague kicks it off. This is a very long kick, but it's waved off, or at least flags are waving. I wonder if this was a procedure penalty on Holliston. I think that's what it is. They're going to bring it back and re-kick.
Well, I told you to start off the game, you're going to see a lot of Connor Teague, and I told you with the coach's thought of him athletically, and boy, oh boy, I can see why they said that. I don't think the head soccer coach is going to be too happy with this situation, but it's pretty good for the football team. .7:03 left to go in the first half.
Connor T's got the ball teed up, ready to go. Take 2 on this kickoff. Got a nice little contingent of Holliston fans here.
Free ball.
Yeah.
I think whether it's turned over or not, they give it to Franklin. I think that's the way the scrimmage rules go today.
I think you're right, Jay. I think they want to maximize the number of possessions by both teams.
You know, one other quick note about Connor Teague. He's only a junior. So he's going to be around here next year, too. And just his kicking capabilities. If I was him, I would just focus on that just as much as anything because the way he's starting out now, he might have a little bit of a chance to do some kicking at the next level.
Had some great kickers come through the Holliston. 1st and 10 for others.
Who do you have?
Number 34, Austin Rodenheiser there.
I'll tell you, Rodenheiser is really playing well tonight. That's the second or third time I've seen him come up from his linebacker position to contain, and that time he not only contained, turn the player in, he was able to finish him off. He's playing exceptionally well tonight.
Second and 10 for Franklin. It's a quick pass to Hart.
Boy, another
screen up the middle again. Franklin's been living and dying off that screen all day.
Well, they have been, but you know what? Pretty soon, Holliston's going to start getting to him. That's the second time they just missed, but the quarterback, whoever it is timing that absolutely perfectly, and the offensive line is doing a good job too.
It's almost like that long, drawn-out motion is helping them in the screen because it allows those defenders to penetrate and create the screen.
But Holliston's got great speed on that defensive line, and they're going to use that at some point to. They're going to let them go in, chip them, let them go in, and Holliston's going to make the sack.
3rd and 3. For Franklin. It's a quick pass to number 1, Charlie Cormier-Lager. He had a touchdown in the beginning of this second quarter to put Franklin on the board. And that reception is good for a first down.
5:10 left to go in the first half.
First and 10 for Franklin from the 44-yard line.
That should be
that
incomplete.
Pass skips off the turf. It should be incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The other thing, too, I'd like to see Holliston do a little bit more of is take away those passing lanes, and when you get in there, get their hands up a little bit. Because I think that might make the quarterback pull the ball down and readjust, and he won't have time to do that.
2nd and 10, it's another pass.
Oh, wow.
Again, he just hangs it up there, but the Franklin receiver comes back down with it. That's number 13, Jackson Irwin. Completion is good for a first down. Franklin now on the Holliston side of the field. They keep moving this ball meticulously. Now set up shop at the Holliston 35-yard line. Quick pass.
Oh, nice. Nicely played. Nicely covered.
That's number 3, Kevin Sahajian. Great season from him last year.
Kevin, it seems like he's been around for like 8 years. I remember him. I think it must have been his sophomore year playing on Thanksgiving Day, I believe, and even before that. But he does a nice job. It's a big addition to that defense.
5-yard gain gives Franklin 2nd and 5.
Oh. Fumble.
Snap is bobbled.
There you go.
And that's number 14, James Givens, with the tackle in the backfield.
Stops the clock with 3:46 left to go.
Loss brings the ball all the way back to the 39-yard line. Sets up a huge 3rd down.
Now this is interesting. You get the new defensive coordinator now. You get Coach Santos back there. Now you're going to see a little bit of what he wants to do when you get a 3rd and long. We knew what Coach Hathey would do, right? He listens to me and he goes after him, right? But this is his situation, and you kind of look in the huddle there, and Coach Kiley is letting him call the defense. So it'll be interesting to see just how aggressive he wants to be. A lot of times you can go out long 3rd and long like this. You can be very aggressive, or sometimes you can just lay back and maybe hope for an interception or something like that. So be interesting to see what Coach Santos said. Well, Coach Santos, by the way, was the coach the Holliston baseball team last year that won their first Tri-Valley League in a long, long time. So he's no novice to coaching.
He also has the privilege of teaching gym to my son this year. So. It's 3rd and 16 from the 39-yard line. Quarterback drops back. Had a receiver down there. But with the defensive coverage, not able to haul it in.
Yeah, They played it well, and that's what he did. He went back and tried to prevent the pass. But if you're going to do that, that's okay. But the defender's got to be back a little bit further. You can't do that and let someone get behind you. So they'll talk to the defender about that and let them know that if we're gonna lie back on this, we just want at least an incompletion. You got to stay back there. He's a
Austin Rodenheiser on the coverage. Number 10, Aiden Edmondson is down there. Holliston will set up shop at their 30-yard line for their next possession.
3:34 left to go. Tie game 7-7. A really good game. It's pretty even. Both teams have they played each other pretty evenly so far.
Yeah, very competitive game. Not a lot of offense, but who needs offense?
I do. I got some of these kids on my fantasy team.
The Holliston Panthers will come out in war. Joey Tomaselli under center. It's a handoff to Harding.
Now, one of the things that people see war and they say, well, this, okay, it's short yardage. We want to be in yard, 3rd and 2 or this or that. But it's really an offense that, as you saw on the touchdown run, that once you get outside, because everybody is in, once you get either outside or by that first line of defense, you've got a lot of field in front of you.
Yeah, it's all about misdirection to create space. Harding again on the handoff. Actually, that's not Harding. That is number 45. Who I have is Chris Pacheco.
Yep.
Panthers stay in war. This toss is to Harding this time. He gets gobbled up in the backfield. That'll be a loss, maybe a yard or two.
Clock running, 2:30 left to go in the half. So we'll see what happens here. Because it is a scrimmage, this might be a situation where Coach Kiley might go for it.
They're actually going to give him the first down.
Oh, the first down. There you go.
So 1st and 10 for Holliston.
Opening day for the chain gang, too.
That's right. Harding in motion gets the handoff and gets tackled right around the line of scrimmage. This one will be a short gain.
At some point they're going to pass out of this, and somebody's going to be wide open.
Say that every game, Jay. It's a sweep to number 30, Kylie Vargas.
Timeout. Looks like timeout Holliston with 1:26 left to go in the half. So we'll take a timeout here, too.
Welcome back to Piscini Stadium in Franklin. Holliston Panthers have a 3rd and 6 from their 35-yard line. Landon Beecher lines up under center. Gets the pass off, but it's incomplete. Just a great play by the Franklin defensive back.
He doesn't make that play. There's a lot of field left for Blake Harper.
Brings up 4th down.
They're going to punt.
Coach Todd Kiley elects to punt here.
Tell you what, if that was a 4th and whatever it is 6, and it was 10 yards ahead, he would have gone for it.
Riverboat Gambler. Connor Teague in the backfield.
Whoa.
Snap goes over his head. And they're going to just call that dead right there.
So they bring the ball back out to the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage here. And Franklin's ball with 1:13 left to go in the half.
See what Franklin can do here. Just a little over a minute on the clock. Short field to work with. Only need to go about 34 yards.
One of the things when you're scrimmaging, you want to have all different kinds of situations, and that's one thing that so far tonight both these ball clubs have had. They've had a short yardage, long yardage. They've had a goal line. They've had all kinds of different situations, and that's what the coaches want to do. They want to see how their plays are going to work, how the players are going to react in different situations.
Right. It's not necessarily a bad thing that
No.
they've got the ball, Holliston's pinned back on their side of the field here. It's a handoff to Hart. The ball's on the ground, and I think Holliston has jumped on it. They have. Holliston football.
Now with
number 22, Miguel De Jesus.
Now with 105, I'm guessing he might. This is where you might put in Beecher because with his passing capability, you can probably get the ball downfield a little bit faster. You won't have to run as many plays. We'll see how coach handles this. Boy, they've done a good job.
Does look like Beecher is in the huddle there. Yep.
Yeah.
So he's coming back out.
Now, he's also got the wind to his back a little bit. So if he can get a little time back there, and he can hit his receiver, they could be in good shape.
It's 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line for Holliston. Pass from Beecher. A little bit out of the reach of number 10, Aiden Ibbotson.
Yeah, this is what you want to see. You want to see how he can react. If either Aiden had another step or Landon didn't throw it quite as far, they might have a touchdown there. But that's what he can do, see, with his arm, and they don't have to give him a lot of time because he can get the ball way downfield.
Kylie Vargas lines up wide to the right.
Got to come over the middle with a pass here, I think.
Beecher drops back and rolls out to his right. Dumps it off to Harding.
Oh.
The ball is loose. It's picked up by Franklin. They're going to take over.
Wow.
And we're going to see back-to-back fumble recoveries by these defenses. Looked like a good play.
Well,
had a chance to pick up the first down, but
yeah, I think
bad bounce of the ball there.
And I think what the coaches are going to tell Devin too is that in this particular situation, what he should have done is just come out of bounds because that would have stopped the clock. I mean, if they would have had to use a timeout if he had gotten the first down there. But this is Devin knows that. Devin's fine. You're not going to worry about him all year. 47 seconds left. Now let's see if it's bombs away from the Franklin side. This is where you want to play your defensive backs back a little bit. You don't want to get beat deep.
47 seconds left to go in the half. Franklin drops back, unloads a pass. A little bit of a push-off there from the Franklin receiver.
See,
that was number 34, Austin Rodenheiser, in coverage.
When you look at the way this quarterback is throwing the ball, a lot of times he underthrows the ball. So you don't want to you want to stay right with your man. You don't want to let him get behind you, but you don't want to get too far in front of him either.
42 seconds left in this first half. 2nd and 10. Another quick pass. To Cormierlegger. He's had a very busy first half for Franklin, including a touchdown.
Franklin's going to take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout here too.
All right, welcome back. Right before the break, there was a flag thrown against Franklin. They were called for unsportsmanlike conduct. It's a 15-yard penalty, and it brings the ball all the way back to the Holliston 49-yard line. It sets up 3rd and 22 for Franklin.
Yeah, with only 32 seconds left. This is one of those choices that Coach Santos has to make. Are you going to be aggressive, or are you going to lay back a little bit?
Took another quick pass from Franklin to the flat. Receiver makes a couple of Holliston Panthers miss.
One of the adjustments I think Holliston's going to have to make, though, Carlos, is
for the second half. Come and join us. Welcome back to Piscini Stadium in Franklin, Massachusetts, as we get ready to start the second half between the Holliston Panthers and the Franklin Panthers. It's all tied up. Scoring summary, all the scoring came in the second quarter. First was a receiving touchdown from Franklin, by Franklin from number 16 to number 1. Don't think the numbers that we have here are accurate, so I'm going to no longer call out the Franklin numbers, or Franklin names. But that was about a 30-yard touchdown pass to the receiver, number 1 for Franklin. And then Holliston on the next drive answered back with a run by number 15, Devin Harding, for about 25 yards to the left side, scooted untouched into the end zone. And here we are, 7-7, start of the second half. Franklin will receive the second half kickoff.
Well, you know what Tom Emmons does? Tom Emmons takes off. He goes on vacation and leaves you with the toughest game to call because, they switch all these numbers around. Then he'll come back and he'll take credit because he's nice, does a nice, smooth job with the thing because they don't change the numbers for Tom. So,
it's a conspiracy. It is.
It pretty much is. Now, Tom will be back next week. We're looking forward to doing the game with him again and against Foxborough, 7 o'clock next Friday night at Comedian Field.
Somewhere in Italy right now having limoncello.
Something.
Connor Teague boots the kickoff. It's all the way down to the 10-yard line. Will be called dead due to the scrimmage rules. And Franklin will set up for their first possession of the second half.
Well, I think the coach is going to be very happy, Carlos. The Holliston, actually, probably both sets of coaches are going to be pretty happy.
Yeah.
Both teams play pretty well.
Defensive coordinators will be very happy.
Yeah, they really will. They've both of them have done a good job, and again, this is it. It's officially a scrimmage, officially not a game, but it's played by as much of a game as possible. And by doing this, it really helps both teams and kind of really gives them a big boost going into next week.
Number 16 comes back out under center he's in the pistol formation for Franklin. It's a quick pass up the middle. It's caught by number 10, quickly tackled. Number 34, Austin Rodenheiser. Number 3, Kevin Sahajian on the tackle.
See, right there, that's where I had talked about a little bit earlier about I like to see the defensive line, the defensive when they break in towards that quarterback, get your hands up, take him out of that passing lane because right there he almost had a pass tipped, and if it was tipped, more than likely it would end up in the hands of one of the defensive backs for Holliston.
There's actually a penalty on that last play, so they're going to bring that ball back. It's called against Franklin. It's a loss of about 9 yards on the play. Probably a holding call.
Still first down, though.
Number 16 drops back. Another quick pass that cannot be handled by number 5.
See, one of the things now, I kind of see what's going on over on that side when the back is releasing out of there. What they're going to have to do, Holliston is really going to have to maybe hit him. Don't allow him to come out that quickly. They hit him and they just stop him just enough. Then that front seven is going to be able to get in there and make some sacks.
It's a quick handoff to number 5, Quinn Hart. Carries it up the middle. It's quickly tackled after about a gain of 4 yards.
Holliston's really fast to the ball. Of course, they do have that speed and the quickness anyway, but they're really fast to the ball, and they're really gang tackling tonight. And if they're going to do that throughout the season, they're going to be in really good shape.
3rd and 16 for Franklin from their own 24-yard line. They need to get to about the 40 for a first down. It's another quick pass. And that's almost intercepted.
There it is. That's how you cut right in front. That was an excellent job. I didn't see what number that was.
That was number 3, Kevin Sahajian. Had he caught that, that would have been 6.
Yeah, Katie by the door.
6 the other way. But it is good to force a punt from Franklin.
But again, they're letting that guy get out there, that receiver get out there, and they really got to hit him. Don't let him get out there that far, but that was a really nice job by Kevin.
Holliston should get some good field position out of this punt. Back deep, number 10, Aiden Ibbotson, and number 30, who I don't have on my roster. And that'll be quickly whistled dead.
A little bit of action over here. No,
that's right. The Red Sea has shown up.
Yeah.
Well, they're wearing white today.
Yeah, it's white out.
Yeah.
Just like the old Penn State whiteouts.
Always a good traveling crowd from the Holliston fans.
Holliston travels very, very well. The towns love to have the Holliston come in there because they get so much money from
so
all
much
the
revenue,
stuff they
yes.
do. Yeah.
All of the tourism revenue.
It's very, very good support from the Holliston fan base. $10:55 left to go in this third quarter.
Sun has gone down here in Franklin, so it's starting to get a little chillier.
Coach Kiley was in there talking for a little bit longer than normal, so maybe we're going to see something a little different here. Let's see what happens.
Kawhi Lima brings them out for this first possession in the second half. It's a quick handoff to Devin Harding. He gets gobbled up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 yards. Second down for Holliston from the 41-yard line.
Coach Kiley sending the play in.
Both teams keeping their starters in by and large. Lima looking to the sideline for maybe an audible. Devin Harding backs up. Fakes the handoff. Rolls out to the right.
There you go.
Nice completion. That's Harper again. He's had a busy game.
He's had a busy game, and right there he did a very nice job of keeping those feet in bounds. Nicely done. A nice pass thrown by Kawhi. And, you know, if Kawhi can throw on if he can throw on the run like that, he's going to be incredibly dangerous.
It's just short of the first down. It's about a yard short.
They're going to do war. They're going to go to war here. It's quick in and out.
And they sure do. Tomaselli back under center. It's a toss to Harding. Finds some space. Leads with a hit. Takes the ball all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Boy, does he run hard. He runs really hard. You know, a few years ago, remember Tristan Benson, and really, really a great running back for Holliston. I used to say he runs violently, and you know, Devin, he just runs really hard, and I think he felt a little bad maybe about that fumble.
Yeah.
And someone's going to pay for it, and that someone's going to be in blue.
Devin Harding, not one to shy away from contact.
No. He's
just a great football player.
Special player.
It's a fake to Harding.
This what Lima
does a great job of evading the sack, but finally gets taken down.
Again,
it's a loss of maybe half a yard.
A little bit long developing that play was, and you know, it allowed Franklin to get in there. They're really aggressive, and I really like watching their defense. They do a really nice job on defense, and it's a good match for Holliston because, again, I'm not sure they're going to see a defensive team quite like this. Clock running with 8:55 left to go in the third. Second and about, 11?
That's right, 2nd and 11 from the 23-yard line of Franklin. Lima rolls out to the left. It's a little dump-off pass to Teague. Teague's going to bring it all the way to the 10-yard line.
That was designed specifically for that. What Teague did is you got about 3 yards out in front of Lima, and he just kept looking for the ball. Lima just threw it in his hand. I think that's one of the plays that Coach Kiley had talked about. We were going to see some different wrinkles in here. We're not always just going to be going deep downfield now. What you want to do is get the ball quickly into the hands of these really, really fast ball players and let them do a lot with their legs.
It's 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Holliston looking to go up for the first time in this game. It's a handoff to Harding.
Beautiful block.
He will easily score a touchdown.
That was a tremendous block by Holliston. I didn't see who the player was, but it opened up a hole for Harding. And, you give Harding a hole, it's basically Katie barred the door. And Holliston scores with 8 minutes left to go in the third to make it 13-7 before the point try here.
Devin Harding with his second touchdown of the game. This one a 10-yarder.
You're going to be you and Tom are going to be seeing that a lot this year, I think, Carlos. Devin Harding touchdown. Oh, offsides.
They didn't call it.
Nope, it didn't matter.
But Connor Teague was able to drill the extra point anyway. And with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Holliston Panthers are up 14-7 on Franklin.
From what I've seen from Connor Teague, Holliston's going to have some opportunities maybe to get some field goals this year. So I know Coach Kiley doesn't want field goals. He'll go for touchdowns no matter what. But if the opportunity arises, he's got a real strong leg. He's very accurate. He splits the uprights, pretty perfectly.
Yeah, no offensive-minded coach will ever settle for a field goal. But it does give you a weapon, especially in late-game situations when you only might need a couple of points to either go ahead or break a tie.
Well, we had that incredibly famous game down in Medway when Christian Baker kicked that long
Christian Baker kick
field
will
goal.
Live forever in the annals of
I just
Holliston lore.
That's one of those things, you do this for close to 20 years now, closer than 20 years. And some of the things you just really remember, like the Jack Barrett runs in the Middleborough game and those types of things. But that Christian Baker kick was really something.
We got Lima setting up for the kickoff here. Nice big long kick from Lima. Pushes the returner all the way back to inside his 5-yard line, but they'll wave it dead. And Franklin will come out for their next possession.
So one thing we've established tonight that Holliston has is they have the athletes. They really do. And they also have a lot of football players, but they have a lot of athletes. And the one coach who really knows how to use athletes is Coach Kiley. He'll really put them in a position to succeed, and he does a nice job with that.
It's 1st and 10 for Franklin from their own 30-yard line.
I got to tell you, I really like what I see. I'm not sure. I wasn't sure what to expect tonight. I kind of thought maybe they'd do okay, but they're playing extremely well.
It's a handoff.
Oh, nice tackle there.
And this is the first sign we're seeing of some substitutes in this game. New quarterback for Franklin. That's number 19. Running back was new as well. See Coach Ian Bain dipping into his roster and his bench a little bit now in the second half. 2nd and 9 from the 31-yard line. It's another handoff. This time he gets a good 4 or 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
And you're right, Carlos. Now we're seeing a lot of other players getting in. Both of those first team offenses and defenses for both teams, they want to save it a little bit for. They both open up next Friday, so they want to make sure nobody gets nicked up at all.
3rd and 4 for Franklin. It's going to be a procedure penalty against them, so that'll back them up 5 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 9.
See, now you can start playing a few games with the kids, because basically the scrimmage part that you wanted to see is pretty much done. Now what you want to do is you want to put these other kids in a position, and you want to see what they can do. Will this defensive end turn the play in properly? Will this linebacker be able to blitz? Will this defensive back be able to cover? You can throw some other stuff at them now.
Absolutely. It's a pass from Franklin, wide open in the flat. Maybe a defensive miscue there.
There really was, because that player just came out. He should have never been open. And if he was covered at all, it probably would have been an interception. So that's the kind of stuff you got to work on. They'll look at the game films and they'll see what's who let that guy out, and we got to just teach them not to do it next time. And then when they get in one of the games next week or in the following weeks, they'll make the play the right way.
First down, puts the ball at the 45-yard line. It's a quick handoff to number 23 for Franklin. It's met at about the 50 and tackled. It's a gain of about 5 yards.
Clock keeps running now. There'll be 5:40 left to go in the third quarter.
Very fast-moving game, as you might expect from one of these scrimmages. Ball is spotted at the Holliston 49-yard line. 2nd and 4.
Oh,
that pass was laid out perfectly, but just not hauled in.
That was beautiful. He put it right on the fingertips where the receiver, if he caught it, would just roll right in for a touchdown. That was really well played. That might have been the best pass of the night for Franklin.
Yeah, it was tricky reception because it's over the shoulder.
Yeah.
But, it was just placed perfectly. So the incompletion gives Franklin 3rd and 4 from the Holliston 49-yard line. Number 84 in motion from left to right. Trips to the right now. And they throw to the right. It's the tight end, number 84. He gets tackled just before the first down marker. I think he's going to be short, maybe half a yard.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, and it does bring up 4th and 1. This will be an easy go for it for Franklin.
Let's see if they use the same formation. If they're still in a deep formation, they are. See, this is where I would say put your quarterback under the center and don't take the play so long to develop. There you go. That's what happens. See, when you're playing like that, when you have a 4th and short or something like that, you don't want to have to make the play develop so long. And the play develops long because it's centered back there. If he could have probably run a quarterback keep or a quarterback sneak or whatever, and you got that. But it takes you out of that whole situation when you have your centering back deep to your quarterback.
It's a turnover on downs after the great defensive play by Holliston. The offense will set up now 1st and 10 from the Holliston 48-yard line. Looking to extend this lead now with 4:25 to go in the third quarter.
I'm not sure.
Swap out some balls here.
Yeah. They also see what Holliston runs. Looks like they'll get some other players in here now. I'm sure the captain, Devin Harding's probably done for the night, I would guess. Big night for Devin.
Looks like all of that offense, that starting offense, is out now. Big number 78 lined up in the slot here. You don't see that all the time.
One of the things I look at, when you get down into this time, you're getting new guys in the game and everything. I like to look at the offensive line because in a situation that Holliston is usually in, they usually have a lot of, really good athletic skill players. So it's really that offensive line that you got to kind of watch and who's developing in the offensive line and if need be, who can fill in for somebody. It's really important with the skill players Holliston has to have a really good offensive line.
After the encroachment penalty, it's 1st and 5 for Holliston, and that's going to be waved dead. Looks like a procedure penalty, so after all that, it's going to be 1st and 10 again.
4:20 left to go in the game. The 6 o'clock games are great because I look over there in the scoreboard and I can see the sunset and the scoreboard and everything all at once.
And the lights are out. It's officially football season.
Oh, absolutely.
1st and 10 after dueling penalties. Quarterback is number 20. Oh, what a catch!
Nice catch.
That's number 26, Max Morrow. From number 20, Tommy Quinn. Beautiful pass and even better reception.
Yeah, Tommy, I was going to check it. Tommy Quinn, is he just a sophomore this year or is he a junior?
It says sophomore on the roster.
I think he was a freshman last year, yeah.
Tommy Quinn takes the snap. It's another quick pass.
Another completion.
Again to Morrow. Those two have been busy early on. And it looks like we have a player down, so we'll take a quick break.
Okay.
Welcome back. Looks like number 58 was able to walk off on his own power, maybe just a contact issue.
Yeah, I think maybe a contact or a finger in the eye or something.
So he'll take a quick breather.
Meanwhile, the first down for Holliston is Quinn tomorrow.
1st and 10 from the Franklin 43-yard line.
Oh, nice fake by Quinn. I'll tell you what, he's very, very smooth back there.
Yeah, they faked the handoff and then quick out. Just a perfectly designed play. And if it gives the Panthers a first down, Holliston Panthers a first down.
That ball was thrown right on the button and thrown where the receiver was able to just turn and get downfield. Very nicely done by the young quarterback.
First and 10 from the 26-yard line of Franklin. Tommy Quinn rolls out to his left. Looks like a face mask.
Yeah, it is a face mask.
This is going to be a free play for Holliston. Oh, but he loses the ball. I think he was able to jump on it, though. Well, Franklin says they have it, but that doesn't matter because that's going to be a face mask penalty against Franklin.
It's going to come back.
It's going to be a 15-yarder and a first down.
That's personal foul, face mask. There's 3 pieces of laundry out there on the field right now, and they all saw that.
Yeah, unless we have offsetting penalties, should be a first down for Holliston. And if it is offsetting, then we'll replay the down.
.2:15 left to go in the third.
Personal foul face mask on Franklin.
Holding.
And also a holding penalty on Holliston. So those are offsetting, so they will replay the down.
Yeah.
So Franklin catches a break there. I guess you could say Holliston caught a break because they didn't give up the fumble, but they do negate the first down.
Again, though, that was a beautiful move by Quinn. He went to his left. Great job by the defense containing over there for Franklin. And Tommy was able to stop and turn around. If he didn't get the face mask, he might have really made some yardage.
So we're going to replay that first down, 1st and 10 from the 26. Tommy Quinn takes the snap, launches it way downfield. Very well.
Yep.
I was going to say well covered, but that's going to be called for pass interference.
Yeah, you can't get your hands up like that. You got to turn around and go for the ball. So obviously that's not like in the pros. This will just be I believe a 10-yard penalty and an automatic. I don't know if this is automatic. Probably not an automatic first down.
We'll find out. Call is pass interference on Franklin. I mean, it was a 1st and 10, so a 10-yard penalty would give them a first down anyway. But it's a 15-yard penalty.
15-yarder, yep. That was a beautiful pass, too.
It was, yes.
Actually, you know, the Franklin, it's a good thing the Franklin player did that because Holliston would have caught that for a touchdown. At least that's what the player can tell his coach. But, Coach, isn't that better than a touchdown?
Yeah. The ball is inside the 15-yard line now for Holliston.
Let's see if we get a couple runs here.
It's a handoff to number 28, who I don't have on my roster. It's a loss of about a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 11 for Holliston.
You know who it might be, because I think they switched uniforms. I think he and Rodenheiser switched uniforms, so could that be Duncan Pierce? I don't know. It's
kind of a guessing game.
Yep. But it's a Holliston player.
Second and 11 for Holliston. Quinn rolls out to his left. Really seems to be his natural side there. Completion is good.
Yeah, that's a great point, Kyle. So one of the things last year that I talked about a lot with TJ Kiley was I thought he was very, very accurate as a right-handed passer going to his left. And that's a major advantage
yeah.
for someone for a right-handed quarterback. And it looks like Tommy Quinn has that same same throwing style where he can get out there and throw to his left. If he can do that and he develops being able to do that, next year he's probably going to be the guy who inherits the quarterback position. That's going to be a big plus for Holliston. Great run.
It's a handoff to number 1. No signal now. It is. It's touchdown, Panthers. That's Rex Philamy on the carry and the touchdown. And it extends Holliston's lead 20-7 with 23 seconds to go in the third quarter.
I'll tell you, I saw Rex playing in the passing league, and he's one of those guys who was doing that press defense as a cornerback, and he was really, really good doing that. It's really quick, really fast, and he's able to stay with the wide receivers. So great job with him.
No problem for Connor Teague. And with 23 seconds left in the third quarter, Holliston Panthers lead 21-7.
This is the coaches are going to be very excited. If this second squad is playing like this, and their first squad played the way they played, and you can start intermingling some of these kids, and you never want anyone to get hurt. But in football, someone's always going to miss a game or two. It's great to know you have that backup at all these positions. That's a major advantage for Holliston. It's funny, the way they work out, like last year they had a lot of really good seniors, and they had a very strong junior class. In this junior class, which are now seniors, they're starting to get a lot of players come up from who are juniors this year, were sophomores last year. And you'd like to see that, the way that they just keep moving up like that. And that's so big for Holliston. And I know I said it once. I'm really impressed with what we're seeing tonight from Holliston.
Yeah, how can you not be? Connor Teague, who is 3 for 3 on extra points, tees up the ball for this next kickoff. Strong game from him today.
Wow.
Another strong kick. Down to the 10-yard line for Franklin. It'll be whistled dead. And Franklin will come out to the 30 for their next possession.
Well, he does that, and as long as he's not out-kicking his coverage. If he does that, and this coverage team sticks and these kids stay in their lanes, they're going to pin back a lot of teams after they score points.
.21 seconds to go in the third quarter. Number 19 in the pistol formation for Franklin. Pass is complete. That's number 84.
They're still working the right side of that offense for Franklin. Obviously, the left side of the Holliston defense, and for some reason, that guy just keeps getting open.
And it's funny. It's almost like Franklin runs like a West Coast offense.
Yeah.
It's 80% passes, everything out of the pistol or the shotgun.
Yeah. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Holliston 21, Franklin 7. We'll be back in a minute.
Welcome back. Franklin sets up 1st and 10 from their 40.
There you go. There you
go.
You got to finish that.
Finish the tackle.
Yeah.
But that was well read in the backfield.
Well covered, well read. You're absolutely right, Carlos. They just got to finish that. You just got to hold on and wait for the cavalry to arrive.
It's a gain of about 7 yards for Franklin. They'll have a 2nd and 3. See if they start to move with a little bit more urgency in this fourth quarter, down 2 scores.
Only 10 players in there for Holliston. Here we go. Now we got 11.
Defensive end rushes back in. It's a handoff to the right side. Nice tackle by number 29 there.
Boy, they're really right-handed, aren't they? I would say at least 90% of their plays have come to the right, and those that haven't have probably gone over the middle. There's probably only been a few where they've gone to the left.
Line up with 4 receivers, 2 on each side.
They'll go left this time because that's where the field is.
Long pass over the middle, nobody there. Only Franklin receiver in the area was covered by 2 Holliston Panthers. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Bring up 2nd down, excuse me. 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line of Holliston. It's a handoff to the left side this time, one of the rare left-handed runs.
Yeah.
And it's good for 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, you keep going to the right, and then everybody's looking to the right, and Holliston's playing right-handed kind of over there, or left-handed because it's Holliston's left side of the defense. But then they went to the state. But now see that the open field is over on this side of the field, the right side. They'll come right again. And see the defensive playing is that slot receiver might be the guy who's getting open a lot, whoever's in that slot, because I don't see anybody covering them other than the safety that's deep. See, there he is. He's all alone. Oh, they went left that time.
Number 21 takes the handoff. He's able to get through the line, finally tackled at the 30-yard line, but it's good for a first down.
But Holliston's going to have someone come out and cover that slot receiver because that's who's getting open over there.
Yeah, maybe we have to put a backer out there in the flat, chip him so he doesn't get free on every play. Like right there.
There he is. Yep.
Number 84 does a good job to shake the tackle, get the first down, and bring the ball all the way down to the 11 or 10-yard line. Franklin will have first and goal.
But that's what's happening, Carlos, is they've got to figure out a way to do that because, slot receivers in football, especially in the pro level, they make all the catches. They're the ones that make most of the catches. So you got to have somebody out there who's going to be able to cover that guy.
First and goal from Holliston, or for Franklin, excuse me. It's a
Yeah,
handoff, but
nice
he's immediately tackled by it's number 28. I think we said that might have been Pierce Duncan.
That was a nice tackle, too. Nice form on that tackle. That's what you got to do. You get somebody outside in the open field like that. You got to get him and hang on to him.
No gain on the play. Second and goal from the 10. It's a quick pass in the slot, and he goes untouched into the end zone.
See, and the safety saw that. The safety was pointing out there to the open man. So I'm not sure on the defense what's supposed to happen there. I'm not sure if that safety, when he was pointing, it seems like he wanted somebody to go out there and cover it so he didn't have to go and cover him.
It's a badly needed score from Franklin.
8:10 left to go in the ball game.
Holliston had scored 21 unanswered points. The extra point is up and good. And with 8:10 to go in the game, Franklin clawing back. Holliston leads 21-14.
Well, second team defense, they're doing okay, and they'll figure out what's got to be going on here with that open man in the slot. But other than that, they they seem to be doing okay. A couple missed tackles, but that's going to happen this time of year.
Yeah, it really does take a couple of weeks before your tackling is, ready for the regular season. And it's not something that you can practice in the off season.
Well, and the other thing is too, Carlos, you can't practice it a lot anyway. At every level now, you see that a lot in the NFL too. You can't practice tackling anymore because you only have a designated number of times you can practice with contact. So, a lot of the stuff's got to kind of be learned in games like this.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll tackle a couple times in camp, and then after that, it's pretty much all.
I mean, you remember back.
Stud tackling.
Of course, you were playing 50 years after I played, but when I played, every practice you were tackling.
Yes.
Yep. You can't do that now.
Different mindset these days, for sure.
Yep.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Fumble. Uh-oh.
Franklin has it, and they're gonna take it all the way to the 5-yard line. And that's where Franklin will set up shop after the Holliston fumble. Turnovers have been the one kind of impact play in this game.
Yeah, again, with the fumbling, this is the second team, so they're not getting as many reps as the first team gets. Your first team is it's coming back.
Well, I think they're going to start him from the 30.
Oh, yeah. That's right, where you recovered it. They're not getting as many reps, so these are the guys who may be playing on the JV team, and once they start playing, they'll get more time, more reps, and this is going. A lot of the timing and stuff that you have to have, this early in the season is timing that's being practiced by the first team.
First and 10 for Franklin. Oh, first and 10 for Holliston. So they
wonder what that
called
was.
back the fumble. Did not get a call from the ref there. I don't know what happened. Maybe he was down?
I was just going to say maybe he was down.
But then why would it be first down? It must have been something that happened there that we didn't quite catch. So now it's second down for Holliston from the 30. No gain on that last play.
Second and long with the clock running. It'll be just under 7 minutes when they snap the ball.
Usually in a situation like this, you want to run, clock-eating plays and stuff that'll kind of get the game closer to the end. But in a scrimmage like this, you just want situations where you can take advantage of and kind of give your players some opportunities to make some plays.
Ooh.
Like right there. Quick out pass by Tommy Quinn, just couldn't be reeled in.
Yeah, well, Tommy didn't have a lot of time. He had to throw the ball, and it looked like he threw it right in between the arms of outstretched arms of the defender. That defender did a really nice job taking away that passing lane, by the way. That's what I want to see Holliston do more of. When you get in there like that, get those hands up high, take away those passing lanes.
Pass was intended for Sean Warner. He lines up in the slot to the left side, excuse me. With a big pass, wide open. That was Rex Philamy, just could not haul it in. Another beautiful pass by Tommy Quinn.
Well, old Rex, he's saying, boy, oh boy, I did nothing but green grass in front of me.
It's that old adage, right? You got to catch the ball before you start running.
It is so, unless you've had to do that, it is so tough to do.
Sounds easier than it is.
I'd rather have 3 guys draped on me than be out there all by myself. He'll get a kick out of that one, but he kind of wish he would have had that one back. He's going to have a good career. You can tell he's very athletic and he's really good. But other than that pattern he ran was just beautiful. He just got way out there all by himself.
Brings up 4th and 10, and in a scrimmage like this, why not go for it deep in your own side of the field?
Go right back to Rex.
Another long bomb. He's in the area, but just not enough for number 29, Matthew Gimlet, to get under it.
Those 2 plays are timing plays. They're plays that, as we just talked about a minute ago, with the fumbles and everything, it's the same thing. You don't get a lot of time to practice with these guys and stuff. When you do, those plays are going to be caught for long touchdowns. You can see that, and there's a difference between doing something wrong, like an error that you did just by not knowing what to do, or doing something wrong.
And I think with that play, the coaches are going to get together and call the end of this game. So, with a final score of 21-14, the Holliston Panthers come away with a road win in the 14th annual Joey Larracey Bowl. Jay, just a great start to the season for the Panthers.
Absolutely fantastic. I think they're doing a good job. They're going to open up next week with Foxborough. As we said, that's going to be a really good game. While we have a minute, we want to thank our crew here, Lindsey Crane on the camera. Thank you, Lindsey, so much for coming out and doing this. And Bruce Guilfoy. By the way, Bruce is on the computer. I've had to make calls between Bruce Guilfoy and Andrea Murphy. Just as much as Andrea Murphy is needed for the Holliston football team, Bruce Guilfoy is needed on our team. He does so much that you people don't even know about that, to help coordinate all this stuff. So thank you, Bruce, for that. Final score tonight, 21-14. Nice job, Los, and we'll see you all next week. Good night.
See you next week, everyone.